and welcome to Spartan TV News. I am JJ Hammond coming to you with what you want to know about our changes in our lunch. This is my 4th year at Miami Country Day School, and I've definitely seen a change in the menu this year. What meals do you miss the most? Well, according to a survey conducted by our reporters, we saw that many students wanted a lot of meals to be brought back. And we found out just how COVID has affected all of it. We will have 2 reports today from Charlotte Manhire and Sabrina Valdivia. Charlotte?
Hello, this is Charlotte Manhire reporting for Spartan TV at Spartan Bistro. Due to COVID and the safety protocols that are required, our lunch menu has changed dramatically. These changes have brought up some very strong opinions by the upper school students. We conducted a recent poll to find out just how much impact these changes have had, and in fact, we are told that there's not been a survey that has been answered this quickly with this many people with so much emotion. Over 100 students answered and told us that their top 3 favorite meals were bang bang chicken at number 1, followed by sushi and rice and beans with tostones. Can you talk about why these are no longer served and if you would consider bringing them back?
We do consider bringing them back. The actual rice and beans we do serve. We don't serve the tostones because it's fried and it complicates the operation. The same with the bang bang chicken. It complicates the operation because we have a few satellites around the school and fried things don't really hold up well.
Why is there so much chicken served?
Well, most chickens, the kind of chicken that we serve is because most people will eat the chicken. They don't eat the beef. They don't like the pork. So protein-based is like the to-go food that we have to use.
So some of the things that students are seeing that might be different this year than last year are due to COVID protocols. And what that means is that food can no longer be served on a hot buffet, or we cannot have the salad bar anymore, and we cannot have the sandwich bar. And those are all because of COVID protocols.
Well, since we served in this case, cardboard box, not all proteins and starches hold up in those containers. So we have to modify what we serve to get a better quality food to you guys.
What's happening is the food is still the same quality. All of our meats are hormone-free. All of our vegetables are non-GMO. Fruits come from local farms. But what's happening is the fruit either has to be cut up very far in advance and then put in small little individual serving containers, which then sit out for a while because we're serving almost 2,000 people every day. And the other thing is the hot food has to be cooked a little bit earlier than it was in years past, then put into an individual container, which then sits for a while before each student eats it because of the time it takes to actually pack it. Well, I think that one of the biggest things that we have on campus is variety. And as a parent, that's really important. I have 3 kids here, and they all have 3 very different tastes and palates. So what's most important to me is that the children here and the students take advantage of all of the different options that are available. So for example, if you don't like the hot food that day, you can go and have yogurt, you can have cut fruit, you can have a sandwich, you can have a wrap, you can have soup. Sometimes what they say is I might have wanted, 2 servings of chicken, or I didn't like the hot food today and it was harder to go find the options. That's understandable because of the COVID protocols. So what I tell them is, you know what, if it's lunchtime and you go to Spartan Street and you want to hang out with your friends, but you can't complain. You got to go to the cafeteria if you want the other options. So they're trying to now understand that, if they just sometimes have to move around campus a little bit to find those other options. We are in the Broad Cafe right now, and I don't think that most students realize that Broad Cafe is actually open from 10 to 2 every day for items to grab, like bananas and apples and popcorn, just to grab as a quick snack during the day, because we never want students to go hungry.
After COVID-19 is over, are you willing to bring back meals students miss?
We will bring back everything students had before and make it better.
Thank you, Sage.
Thank you, Sage.
Thank you, Sage, for everything that you do.
Thank you, Sage.
Thank you, Sage.
This is Charlotte Manhire reporting for Spartan TV at Spartan Bistro, signing out. Thank you for watching.
Wow, I can't wait for my favorite meals to come back next year. However, I'd like to hear more about these protocols. Let's hear from Sabrina.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Valdivia reporting from outside the Broad Cafe for Spartan TV. COVID-19 has caused some major changes on our campus, and one of the areas that were completely revised is lunch. Lunch is now served through individual meals packed for each student. Cutlery and napkins are also individually packaged. The Spartan Bistro is reserved for teachers, and the food served at Spartan Street is no longer different. However, there are more protocols set in place behind the scenes by both Sage Dining and our school.
Well, we know social distancing. In the kitchen, we do have social distancing as well. We have to work under warm conditions with masks and sometimes visors, and we go through a lot of gloves, and it's quite a few things, but it's all for the better and keeping our health. The actual protocols mostly complicated the students in this case because we can't serve all the things they would want, and you can't actually get what you wish you had more or less. We have to have everything prepackaged.
However, our school administration also has a say in different ways they came up with the school protocols.
What we did was we read the CDC printed last April. We started meeting as a group, and we started reading everything that was put out by the CDC, the World Health Organization, the State of Florida Department of Education, the Miami-Dade Public Health Department, and we just went through all of the rules and regulations that will be required, and then from there we applied those to lunch and how we eat lunch here.
Okay. So what are the specific reasons behind each one of them?
Well, the biggest thing is you could only have 3 to a table, because if you're sitting next to someone, when you're eating, you also tend to talk, and the distance would allow you to quickly eat, take your mask off while you're eating and talking for lunch, and then we asked everyone to put their mask back on when they weren't actively eating.
What are your plans for the future, and are you planning to return to normal?
Well, if all goes well, we would open the next school year with everything back to normal.
We're going to finish this year with the protocols we have in place, and again, the group is meeting. There's everyone from all aspects of the school, all divisions, meeting to decide what the fall looks like as far as lunch. And so the biggest thing we're doing is to make everyone safe, because we can't have kids get sick. I think you'll probably see some of the still restrictions that we'll be eating outside. They'll be required to have some space until we can get the whole community vaccinated and move forward and have it'd be less of a threat.
Students can rest assured that all the protocols in place are the best for our safety, and that moving forward, as the COVID-19 situation becomes better, the protocols will slowly be lifted. This was Sabrina Valdivia reporting for Spartan TV.
We sure hope COVID is finally coming to an end. Until then, I'm glad we have these protocols to protect us. Stay safe, everybody. I'm JJ Hammond reporting for Spartan TV, signing out.